Hello everyone, welcome back. So I'm going to make chocolate pudding today because I have a need for chocolate. So my directions say to put the cocoa, you need 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. And you really need to put this in a jar. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now I'm guessing you could use tapioca starch if you wanted to instead of cornstarch, but I have cornstarch, so that's 3. 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Yes, I know that's a lot of sugar. And it's kind of odd because, sorry about that banging. For the vanilla, you use less sugar. I guess because maybe the cocoa powder makes it a little bitter. So 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And we're going to stir that together. Let me go grab my vanilla. And I need a half a teaspoon here. Sorry about that. If I were ever organized, it'd be a miracle. Okay, so we're going to mix that all together well before we add our milk. Probably because we don't want lumps of cornstarch in one spot. So I've had this recipe, I think since I've been married, actually. Since I was married. So we're talking, I'll be 60 this year, so the recipe's going on over 40 years old. I haven't made it in a long time because I've been mostly using making tapioca pudding, and that's not all the time either. It's just like when I have the milk in the house and I'm not using it for yogurt or anything. Alright, so now we're going to slowly add our milk and start. It calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt also, but I'm not going to use that because I'm using salted butter. So you probably, depending on your taste buds, you might want to add, I did that a little fast. You might want to add the salt. I'm used to not having salt on my diet, so for me, sorry. Something I should have used when I put that milk in too fast. So you want to gradually blend in the milk so you don't have clumps of powder sitting on top like I do right now. Okay, so you're going to cook over medium heat, stirring constantly until mixture thickens. Then cook 2 to 3 minutes longer. Add vanilla and margarine with heat turned off. I'm not using margarine, I'm using butter because I don't like margarine. Margarine is 1 step away from plastic. Sorry, I get my timer. Yeah, margarine is 1 step away from plastic. I don't use margarine. I don't want to turn into a plastic person. I think we're stirred in good. So we're going to cook this over medium heat. Now, when you do anything with cornstarch, you have to start with a cold liquid. Otherwise, like if you pour it right into your hot stuff, it's going to clump. That's why you start it. Mix the other stuff. Let me raise you up a little bit. Mix the other stuff together first, and then add the milk. So this might take a while, and I'm sorry I started this on YouTube, so I can't pause you. So I'm sorry, you'll have to just bear with me. I raised the temperature a little bit also. So it should start to thicken as soon as it gets, like, starts getting warm. Oh, I see, because we're not boiling it. That's why it says 2 to 3 minutes. Cook 2 to 3 minutes longer. All right. Oh, sorry. I should have put you at the other end of my canning cart here, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. So you just need a couple of ingredients. I don't know what they put in the packages of stuff. Honestly, haven't bought pudding in a long time, so I wouldn't know. Jello I have bought because I just really haven't tried making gelatin with the unflavored, so. So, did I mention you need a heavy pot? This is a heavy pot. A heavy bottomed pot. This pot is like, I don't know how old it is. I got it when my kids were like 3 and 7, about. Or maybe 2 and 6, I don't know. It's been for a long, long time. My neighbor was moving and they gave it to me. And it's so old that the markings on the cover are scraped off. I think it's in Aladdin, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this thing's been around for a long, long time. I use it every morning. Well, not every morning. Every other morning for my oatmeal. And I use it for pudding too, because it's a nice heavy bottom. So you know we're starting to thicken a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but we are starting to thicken. So you just keep stirring it and stirring it until it's like a pudding consistency. And no, it doesn't taste like cornstarch. It tastes like pudding. I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes and see what happens. This video is going to be longer than what I wanted it to be, but honestly, I don't really want to do it over. I might in the future. And remember to not start it on YouTube, and that way I can pause you and you can come back. Oh yeah, we're getting nice and thick now. See how I don't know if you can tell the difference of the way it's flowing through the pudding, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And that was a minute. Now we're starting to bubble, so I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit. See how thick that is? I don't know if you could tell on camera. But yeah, we're getting there. You got to be really careful with the heat too. You don't want to scorch it, so. But this is what you do with milk that you aren't drinking. At least that's what I do with milk I'm not drinking. Alright, we're down to 1 minute and 22 seconds. So I think I'm going to cut it off at 2 minutes. Cut the heat off at 2 minutes. And it will thicken up more once the heat is off as well. Alright. I shut my heat off at 2 minutes. I'm going to add my butter, which is 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to add my vanilla, which is 1.5 teaspoons. Oops. And yes, I made my own vanilla. You want to get that butter melted, obviously. You don't want to eat it. See how thick that's getting? You don't want to eat a chunk of butter. And there you have chocolate pudding, my friends. You get a spatula so I can scrape my sides there and pour it into my bowl. Because, like I said, if I was ever organized, it would be a miracle. Alright. I'm going to move you over here to the bowl if I can. Oops, I think I just hit my phone. Yep. So when this cools, it's going to be a lot thicker. A lot thicker. I don't know if you've ever made gravy with cornstarch, but when you do, it thickens up quite a bit once it gets cold. Let me try switching sides with this pot. I have my sugar in the way. Yeah, I just dripped chocolate pudding on the floor. Oops, and I got some of that in there. Oh, come on, really? I'll see my recipe fall into my pudding. Now I have to write my recipe all over again. You'll see the bottom, it's scorched a little bit. You have to be careful, and you need a heavy bottomed pot for this, not a light bottomed. Anyway, there you have chocolate pudding. Homemade from scratch, delicious. Let it sit in the refrigerator a little bit. You know, let it cool. You don't want to eat it hot. And there you have it. Hope everybody enjoyed. I hope it helped somebody out there. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you can, hit the thumbs up or share or subscribe if you like the video. I know I'm not the best chef around, obviously, because, you know, yeah. At least you know I'm real. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great one. Bye.